the Guild of Mages. I've collected these books. We were supposed to get them, the quest says, from someone's manor, but I picked them up. That's the Legions of the Dead and Nagasta Kavata Kavakis. I got them from different places. We'll see if she accepts them, otherwise we'll have to go break into this guy's house.
The pleasure is all mine.
Okay, she doesn't accept these books. I have to go get those books. Alright. Let's see, we'll check in on work for an orc. See if he likes his job. This is the orc from the docks that we helped get a job at the Guild of Ratcatchers.
You'll find no better prices in town than with me.
Great.
Hello, how nice of you to pay a visit to your favorite and formerly unemployed orc. Well, not anymore, and that's thanks to you. I'd be lying if I told you I hoped I'd end up catching rats for a living, but it's a fun enough job, and the money's alright. Here, my guild mates offered me this, but I have good eyes in the dark, and wearing magical things makes my head spin. You can have it as a token of my friendship. So I got a ring of Night Eye, and he's good. Let's not dwell on past hardships, my friend. A place to sleep, work to do, and a few people I can trust is all I need. Good. Okay, let's go find someone's house to break into, even though we tried to get copies from otherwhere and otherwhen. Okay, so the smartest thing for me to do is go put these copies of the books away and see if we can get a marker to show up here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so in my shuffle, I must have put some of the books away. Let me see. If she'll accept them now. Yeah, okay. Now she'll accept them. Yeah, you should probably have the quest items with you. I always get annoyed by Skyrim's inability to let you put down quest objects, but now I appreciate it.
The pleasure is all mine.
Very good, associate. I can see you're committed to our mission. Take this bracer, and when you're ready for more duty, speak to me. Congratulations, I'm now officially an apprentice, so they have different factions than the mainland. I need you to kill the necromancer Eril. She's currently based out of an abandoned Benirus crypt. Necromancy itself isn't a crime, of course, but Eril's raised dead have been attacking travelers. Not to mention, she's using remains that don't belong to her. Beyond that, I suspect some connection to insurgent elements. Go to Benner's Crypt and take care of her. Benner's Crypt is a short walk east out of Anvil. It's also directly west of Hal Sadak, which I'll mark on your map, but you're better off traveling from here. Our mission is to destroy the lingering dead in the Kingdom of Anvil, eradicate those who would create more, and keep those who practice legal and safe necromancy secure. Oleg Belarus was a local noble as well as a practicing necromancer, wound up dead some years ago. Politics, I'd prefer not to discuss it. Insurgent elements? Yes, according to my contacts in the Legion, there's recently been a major uptick in rogue necromancers like Errol. They rob graves for their corpses, they rob travelers near their lairs. They're typically Bosmer, but not always. They set up shop in abandoned crypts, caves, and ruins. It's all very odd. I suspect some broader organization. Okay. Okay, outstanding bounty in Karthwasten for Dovika. Let me see if I can pick up any more quests in Anvil here before I head out to Skyrim. Okay, I'm not going to look up Completionist just yet here until we run out of things in the Mages Guild or the Fighters Guild here in... Is there a Fighters Guild here in Anvil? Let me see. Okay. Alright, we'll check those out later. For now, over to Skyrim. Let's see if we can find our... Okay. Oh, right, she was in town, I believe. Someone not important enough to kill, but to bring in. Okay. We're here because of my bounty. I will not go quietly. The Karthwasten Thieves Guild watches my back. In our Reach speech, we call it Mernuin, the elf town. A great lord from the deserts once held council here. All tribes knew his powers, but careless feasting made his warriors lazy. Fat like worm mouths bloated on carrion. The Nords drove them away long ago. The Thieves Guild? I thought I asked about the Thieves Guild. Why are you asking me? Maybe you'd like to join the Thieves Guild? No, I would not. Body on the Mesa. The cultists who killed Audric do not speak for all Reachmen. Bounty. Okay, I'm not going to jail. So I'm going to say Hadnar can be reasonable, make it easy for yourself and serve your time. Do not try to trick me. Maybe I don't care about your reward. the guards won't mind if I bring in your head. I'd like to see you try. Okay, let me see if I can persuade her.
I should have killed you sooner.
Probably should have done that first. Huh? Well, sorry about that. You would think 87 persuasion would be good enough, but nope. Alright, well, that wasn't what they wanted. Okay. Where do I turn this in, folks? Oh, maybe I can't because I killed her. Oops. You know what? Maybe I'm okay with that. Alright. Let's go back to capital B, and that rhymes with something, and that stands for barley. Okay, Shadow Key Tavern's last shipment of barley. Oh, I'm so confused. Alright, first, Ruby Drake Inn. See if I can get a register for the awful racist Altmer. Boy, everybody over here is just someone I don't want to work with.
Speak up.
Oh, yeah, I hate these stairs. We hate the stairs.
Please, feel free.
I
Talk
don't-
at your leisure.
Oh. Have I found a Dureni register? No, I don't think so. Okay. Okay, so they clearly sent me back here just to tell him no. Alright, back to tell them I killed Dovika because... Because she was coming right at me. Oh my god, her body followed me. That is so disturbing. I don't know what does that. I don't like it.
Speak up.
Wow.
What brings you here, Dunlap?
Oh, and she's in my party. You've got to be kidding me. This is horrible.
This is a grand day. Greetings.
Damn it, you were supposed to bring her in here alive. I'm going to assume you acted in self-defense, but you're not entitled to a reward. Well, that's fine. I tried. Oh my god, she's in my party. This is horrible. Alright, you want me to do something else, which I doubt, since, yeah, nobody's claimed a reward for Uldar Ember Seeker yet. If that doesn't suit you, then go find a notice board, okay? He's a special type of savage. His love for arson earned him his name, while his lust for murder earned him his death warrant. A hunter reportedly saw someone matching his description in the forest due north of Karthwasten. Don't waste your time trying to bring him back in alive. Well, that's good, because clearly I suck at it. Alright. I am not...
May the wind be
Oh,
on
this
your
is
back.
terrible. Okay. I'm gonna
Head
have to
on.
probably do the same thing with her as I did with
May the
the
wind be on
other
your back.
body that followed me forever, resurrect her and abandon her somewhere. That's, just because she's so annoying. I don't like that. Brock's bundles of barley. I spoke to Braulyor Muddythigh, who runs the mill in Karthwasten, and agreed to help him collect his payment for the Shadowkey Tavern's last shipment of flour and convince them to keep their business agreement. I can find Braulyor's business contact, at the bar in the Shadowkey Tavern. Dragonstar East. Okay. Unfortunately, nobody tells me where that is. Okay. No, okay, so Dragonstar is where Dragon's Bridge would be in the original game. Something like that. This is very confusing. Okay, so we're gonna travel up to where we have been, near Vornberg, and jog on over. Looks like it might be another quest hub. Pitchfork through the neck is extreme. Okay, this horse actually looks okay. Body's a little small, maybe. Giant head, but not a monstrosity, so not all
Speak up.
horses are monstrosities here.
Speak up.
Versatine. Pretty. Purserine.
Speak
Don't
up.
stop yelling at me.
Do you have something to say,
Cracks me up every
Dumner?
time he says Dumner. I suppose I should be insulted, but he's the one that can't pronounce it. Are you looking for me? You want to join the Thieves Guild? No. No. No, I really don't.
On your way.
Where's the last shipment of flour from Braljor? Do I need to find another supplier? Braljor hasn't received payment for his last shipment? Of course he hasn't, since we never received the shipment. I thought it was strange he'd suddenly terminated the arrangement, since he seemed happy to supply us before, but I hadn't had time to look into it. You should ask the carriage driver by the gates, Arvund, if he saw the package come into town. When I get my shipment, Braljor will get his payment. Oh my god. Alright. I'm going to bring her back to life and leave her here in the damn bar where maybe she's happy. I don't know why this happens at all.
Can you ask your question quickly? I must be going.
We're just going to call that Witness Protection Program and leave as quickly as we can. That is some weird artifact from my follower mods that is just creeping me out. Okay, it looks like there might be one of the Durrani registers in here. Let me go find out.
Head on.
I think you'll find my books very enlightening.
What? Who are you? Oh, of course. You must wish to purchase a book, I assume. Yes, of course. How thoughtless of me. But then, the mind does tend to lose its way as it ponders over unfathomable writings and the shadow history of Dragonstar. Yes, indeed. Now, who are you again? Fascinating place. Yes, truly. The local history, very peculiar, very mysterious. If only I'd been here to witness the shadow of conflict, the Umbraketh, all those years ago. Terrible times, of course, but extraordinary. So ask about Durrani registers. Why, yes, I do have a fine specimen. No, it's not available for public viewing. These tomes have a particularly gruesome reputation of corrupting even the strongest minds. How much for it? Mallory pauses for a moment. 2,000 gold. You certainly understand that it's a one-of-a-kind relic, right? Not to mention the danger that it possesses within its pages. I can't simply let these go for a few septims. How about a collector's discount? I didn't take you for a collector at first glance. What do you own? Why do I have to lie? I've got a lot of books. Fascinating. Odd names, all of them. The those just highlight their uniqueness. Would a discount of 1,000 gold for the register sweeten the deal? So I'll accept that offer. Pleasure doing business with you. Let me warn you once more, don't read it unless you know what you're doing. Now, is there anything else I can do for you? Okay. Appears to be it. So she's actually not going to try to read these. She's sort of the same. No. She's not exactly law-abiding, but she's going to take people's words on stuff.
What's your story?
Like not pick up the diamond in the hallway. If someone tells her this is too dangerous, she's going to go, okay.
Head on.
This is the city of Dragonstar, stranger, in the Drudak Highlands region. I'm a caravaner, and I manage the stables here. Tell me your destination. Okay, so I'm going to ask about the last shipment of flour. Maybe I did see something. What's it worth to you? Thank you for your generosity. I did see the shipment come in. Grelius and his servants at the Census and Excise Office confiscated it, from what I saw. Okay, it looks like this is the fast travel option. You can go back and forth from Karthwasten.
What brings you here, Dunmer?
House of Mara. Is that Mara a person? Ah, probably the Divine.
Head on.
Welcome, friend, to the House of Mara. May the Divine Mother bless you with compassion and vitality in these harsh times. I regret needing to ask, but would you aid my work by collecting alms for Mara? My work here is sponsored by the Imperial Cult, along with other benefactors. Mara's compassion is universal, recognized in both the Nord and Imperial pantheons. But there's never enough gold for everyone in need. Would you be willing to help me collect donations from the city's citizens? You would earn the goddess's gratitude. How many do you need? My thanks, and whatever mod puts that whistle in, I want it out. My thanks, and Mara's as well, because of how crowded things have become. We need a lot of help to provide for everyone, at least 300 gold. More is welcome. I can tell you who might be generous donors if that will help. Although we are open to all, older Nords tend to see the House of Mara as a home for crippled soldiers. Up at the castle, Jonah's housecarls remember the war and are generous to their former comrades. I wouldn't approach the Jarl herself unless she's particularly well disposed toward you, or you'll only antagonize her. Believe me, I know. Freydis Icemoon and her household have always been open-handed, and there may be other Nords in the city who are likewise. Beyond that, well, I take no pleasure in this, but many of the foreigners here are anxious about their safety. They might be willing to offer a donation to show their loyalty. The traders and shopkeepers as well. Oh, and the Imperials over in Taurus Hall have always supported what we do here in Mara's love. I've always supported what we do here. Go in Mara's love. There are many generous donors in Dragonstar. 300 would help provide for those in need. Can't I just pay the rest myself? We're trying to raise as much as we can for the House of Mara, and that means collecting as much as we can from the townsfolk. But if you would like to make an additional donation on top of what you have collected, I can only thank you from the bottom of my heart. All right. So we gotta do the quest anyway. Oh, pretty. Jules C. Rose. That's very nice. Okay, so we're going to look for the tax. Oh, wow. Everybody now is lit up. All right. Because I need to ask for money. All right. I haven't seen you here before. Have you registered with us? This is a standard procedure to ensure that the provisions of the Concordat are followed. If you're a citizen of either side of the city, then you'll need to go back. What's your name? Nandine, duly noted, and your class. Fascinating. I'll spare you the trouble of answering my next question and write down Jadu. One moment. Gralius looks through his files. I don't see any residents in the public records
where did
matching
I put
your
that?
information. You're cleared to pass through. Remember, you need travel papers if you wish to conduct any business whatsoever in the two cities. All travelers are required to have appropriate identification. It helps us keep the peace under the Taurus Hall Concordat and lets traders and service providers know that they won't run into any trouble. I'm sure you understand. Now, I just need a little more information from you, as well as the reasonable taxes and fees. Would you like to proceed? Delightful. Please state your name, class, and race as they should appear on your ID. And my occupation is... I am a freelance adventurer. Right. I'm not immediately seeing anything out of order. If you're looking for pay, there are some outstanding bounties in the area. Notices are posted in the local taverns. Or you could try to survive in the area and survive in the arena. In Dragonstar East. Well, here are your papers. Off you go. Last shipment of flour. A shipment of flour? Yes, it's being held for investigation under the suspicion of smuggling. Anything could be mixed in with the flour, after all. The investigation could take quite some time. We do like to be thorough. Of course, I suppose I could expedite the process for a friend. Would you like to be my friend? Retrieve a stolen family heirloom of mine from Secucius Seria, and maybe I'll release the shipment. The heirloom is a silver dagger with a red gem in the pommel and has been in the family for generations. I assume that vile Secucius stole it when I had him over to play 9 holes, a game only a fellow Imperial can fully grasp. His shop is just a short walk northeast of here. Well, he is charming. Everything's lit up.
So I said, where's the money in that?
Say your needs.
So, where are you from?
Hello, my apologies for bothering you, but you're not from around here. Maybe you could help me? My beloved lives on the other side of the wall, in Dragonstar East. I can't go through the gate to meet her. Could you give her my sealed love letter? Yes, I have a heartfelt message to convey to my beloved, who lives on the other side of the wall. Will you help me deliver it? Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much. Here, take this letter and give it to Miss Sarah. You might find her in the Shadowkey Tavern. Tell her that our hearts became one on the 13th of last seed. Don't forget, it's very important. That's not a love letter, by the way. That is a code being passed between criminals, and I'm still going to do it. So, okay.
All right.
Talk is free.
I'm
What do you want?
listening.
Or I could just drop the letter in a hole. Which I might do. It says Rahabi Company Hall. So this might be a different faction.
So, where are you from?
Hey, you look like a traveling type. It happens I need to look for a craftsman, and I'm thinking that you could help me with this. I'm looking to create a steady income for myself, but sadly every market in Skaven appears to already be cornered by 2 or 3 merchants. The rumors carried by the caravan suggest that there's a demand for Reachman crafts and trinkets. I have the capital for this enterprise, but I need help finding a craftsman willing to sell me his goods. I'm prepared to pay a commission if you can find me a seller. Are you interested? That's great. I'd recommend asking around Taliesin camps. Taliesin. Taliesin camps at Belinos and Merdubub. Really. Merdub. Merduh. That place. Spelled Merduibh. West of here, I've had some bad experiences with the Brain of Craglor, and the Aulach of Mergir already trades heavily with Dragonstar. Yes, you are in Dragonstar, Crown City, the far north of Hammerfell. You've heard of the Crowns, right? They're the proud traditional nobles of Redguard society, and they've not forgotten the war from many years ago. Many years to take up arms again and rage against the Nords, retake Dragonstar East, and drive all foreign invaders from the frontier. I think that was many yearn instead of years. Yet again, people want to kill each other. Shock, horror, hard to believe. Okay, there's a mage's guild here. I'm a mage. Oh, that's pretty.
I have the finest spells in
Ooh.
town.
You're here for training your spells, or would like to join the Mages Guild? You look like the sort we could use in the Mages Guild. Will you take the Mage's Oath and join the guild? You're now a member of the Mages Guild. Welcome. When you're ready, you can ask for duties. As you know, Dragonstar can be an unwelcoming place. Many of the Red Guards in this half of the city trust us barely above the Nords on the other side of this wall. Aurelia is one of the more enlightened and accomplished... Aurelia is one of the more enlightened and an accomplished alchemist who's been with us for many years. You'll find her upstairs. Knowing her, she assuredly has duties for you.
I've got a few minutes if you need something.
I'm listening. Please, go ahead.
That is cool armor. Look at that. Oh, and I didn't ask her about spells.
Welcome. If you wish to talk, it is really no trouble at all.
Oh, my rank is not high enough to purchase spells. Okay. Oh, I see.
To what do I owe this pleasure?
I've got a few minutes if you need something, friend.
Powdered monk's hood root into the calcinator, mixing the calcified root with the ground teeth, then... Ah! Didn't see you there. Well, come on then, don't stand about. Eyes on me, not on the ingredients. How can I help you? Aranthos sent you to me for duties? Good, there's a bevy of things to do. You can start by going downstairs and picking up my formula notes from yesterday. Some scribblings about ideas I had during dinner last night. They should be in the communal quarters in the basement. Make sure Bracide hasn't swept them up, and bring them here, please. Okay, basement.
What can I help you with?
I've got a few minutes if you need something.
Oh, greetings. How do you do? May we talk? I'm listening, please. Go ahead.
An incomprehensible scrawl covers the page. Grease has stained a large part of one quarter. Cheese wheel.
Magic is my speciality.
I've got a few
How
minutes
can
if you
I
need
help
something.
you?
How fare thee, friend?
You're a lot more refined than most of the travelers I've met. I like
One
that.
second. Best solvent not yet identified. Okay, do you have... One second. Best solvent not yet identified. Okay, do you have my formula notes? I'm glad Briseid didn't dutifully clear them away. I'll take those. So, you want duties? I'm running some research into the alchemical creation of potions of invisibility. Or rather, I was, when I had a packet of powdered diamond shipped through the checkpoint. I guess the Imperial peacekeepers wanted to see why. A few of their arbitrators from Taurus Hall burst in here a fortnight ago and took my supplies, notes, and distilled potions. I want you to go there and reclaim the research. The Imperials told me my research could be dangerous in the wrong hands. Pfft, as if I care enough about the city to have that happen, let alone be careless enough. Whatever. Somehow I doubt their motive for swiping my stuff was purely to maintain peace in Dragonstar. Here's 100 drakes. Hopefully whoever in charge at Taurus Hall won't realize this stuff is worth 10 times that bottled and wrapped in my research package. Ask them nicely, bribe someone, steal it, I don't care. Just get it back here in one piece. If that's beyond you, finding half a dozen decent quality diamonds in its stead would put my research back on the rails. Okay. Still got a marker on her, so I'm going to make sure I have...
So how are your travels? Anything I can do to help?
Okay. No, that's just... Okay. Just procedural... Okay, we're going to ask someone for alms for Mara.
Ah, say your piece or stand aside.
If you want something, now's the time to
you
talk.
don't look much like Durgata Blade. Who are you? What do you want with a hoary warblade like me? Heard about my background? Want to learn my trade? Talk quick or go away. Alms for Mara. Yes, I could get out the purse for Jonah's friends. Take this, will you? So I need 300. She gave me 13. This is going to take a while. But that's okay. This is all going to take a while.
Greetings, friend. I'm up for conversation if you care to talk.
Okay, so this is having me... okay, I'm returning to some places before I've actually finished the quest. Ooh, missing skull. That sounds interesting. But not as interesting as mushrooms or barley, you know.
Pleasant weather, don't you think?
Adventure lies beyond the cities.
Salutations, I'm Shargar Grobek, emissary of the mighty King Gortwa Gronagorm of Orsinium. My entourage and I are in need of some assistance on diplomatic mission and will pay well. Are you interested? Orsinium borders Redguard territory to the south, beyond the Builse River. Months ago, King Gortwag's brother, Lakush Gronagorm, was slain in a treacherous night raid by warriors of the fanatical Redguard cult of Diagna. Lakush's remains were brought to Dragonstar and are being held in the Temple of Diagna in the western city. I must negotiate the peaceful return of Lakush's bones, but the Redguard crowns have forbidden us passage through the wall. Perhaps you could negotiate our passage?
Finally, something interesting.
I'm glad to have your help. I would recommend trying to arrange an audience with Prince Alaktal, but Gorelius at the census office may also be worth speaking to. You could also go directly to the Temple of Diagna, but I doubt the fanatics there would be reasonable. Alright. Okay, illness at the alehouse.
All right.
Speak up.
I'm listening.
There's no beer, I'm afraid, but we've meat and wine aplenty. What can I do for you? Alms for Mara. Fine, as you say, it's for a good cause.
On your way.
Can you ask your question quickly?
Okay, looks like that's it for now. They're not really quest givers. I'll ask them for alms for Mara.
I shouldn't have pushed so hard.
Okay. So the original quest we started doing before we picked 47 others up was the barley thing, right? Alright. Okay, so we'll come back and get that dagger. That's a lot of a lot of quests to start. We'll be back a bit later. Right now, we'll continue to Old Ebonheart. Okay, there's a Durrani register to return. We did get one of them. And again, I'm not going to try to read them. Hey, I'm level 11.
I do enjoy a good conversation.
What's that? That certainly appears to be authentic. Durrani in origin, and you lack the ability to pass off a convincing forgery. You found this in Marlock's bookstore in Dragonstar? I'm utterly unsurprised that the unobservant fool was unaware of its value. Nevertheless, I must remove it from your Dunmer hands before you further distress the paper. I offer a price of 1,250 septims. Okay. I'm pleased to make this matter mutually satisfying. Should you stumble upon any others, deliver them to me post-haste, and I'll have a similar reward for you. Okay. This guy's a jerk. But we knew that. Okay, so Durrani registers is going to be a thing. I'm just going to leave it there. I believe cursing like a witch was the guard in Old Ebonheart. So this is not sure it's a mage guild quest, but we got it in the mages guild. Okay. I don't know if he's in or out. He's probably up on the battlements. So this is the guard whose sister insists that this is magic and not something for the divines.
Yes, Dunmer?
I'm hungry. I'm here. You want me to follow you? I'm good like that. I don't know. Yes, nice man. Feeds me sometimes. I'm terrified to ask someone to follow me. Oh wow. Maybe I could have I don't have a spell. Maybe you should take off your armor? I don't see any pack. No, you're right, of course. I'm on duty, not on the road. Bildam furrows his brow in confusion. It's that amulet. It must be the one I got from the Khajiit trader. Nice man. He was hungry. We keep it in... we keep it dark here so you can't see the dirt. I don't know what that means. A Khajiit ate an... this is very confusing. Okay. You ate an amulet? No, the Khajiit sold me the amulet. And then, look, weird things have been happening to me ever since I got it. I think I'm losing my mind. Okay. Okay, I need to go make a feather other spell. Alright, let's go to the Mages Guild and see who can do spellcrafting.
Magic is my speciality. How can I help you?
Other. I'm just gonna do feather other. Target. See how many points I can do. Pretty much. Okay, for a minute is pretty good. Okay, so feather other. Let's go feather again. Okay, ask him to follow me again.
Think it'll rain?
Okay.
Hard times, and well deserved.
I might have a spell that could help you with burden. Spell? Wait, no! That's what started this. A man smelling of magic gave me an amulet. I was so hungry. No, wait, I bought an amulet. It was from the Khajiit in town. I should have known. I'm so tired. I can't think straight. This stable smells too much of people to sleep.
And well deserved.
Okay, so that was not the solution. Let's see what the deal is. Starting to think I need to pickpocket something from him. Get the amulet off of him. Let me see if that's the thing. I hate pickpocket in this game. Got absolutely nothing to pickpocket. Okay, I
Maybe
don't know what to do. But he no longer has a marker, so maybe there's a journal update. Okay, maybe the Khajiit trader will know more, so I will try to find the Khajiit trader.
Warm greetings. Do you wish to barter with
Anjira
Khajiit?
remembers Bildam. Anjira sold him the amulet she bought for the new mage in town. The name was Ernandre Nerman. He stays at the Moth and Tiger. He told Anjira he accepts no returns or refunds for his goods, and Anjira would tell you the same. Sorry. Okay. Also going to go into the East Empire Company to see if they have any follow-up quests. Yeah, it looks like.
Why do you disturb me?
There is much to alarm.
Dunmer, swine spawn of the East Empire Company, 1,000 plagues upon your house. Where are your deceitful little miscreants hiding my gold? I'm sorry, I don't know. Okay, let me check in the back and see if we have your gold. Oh, of course you wouldn't have the gold on you. I'm not a fool. This is expected. Go on, please retrieve my gold from your back. But do not take too long, or I'll have an imperial lawyer from the Guild of Barristers fetch it for me. He's just charming. Everybody's so nice around here. Okay, I would keep him happy if I were you. He's a very valuable client of your company. I really don't know why they built all of these
You've got the better
up
of me, so
instead
go
of
ahead.
just side to side.
Should you need something, I will be happy to
It
oblige.
is so confusing. Okay.
What's this all about?
I am never
What's
too
that?
busy for a good talk.
Ever consider joining the Legion?
I have absolutely no idea what to do here.
Citizen.
What's that, Commander? How do you do?
Pano. I don't remember where he was, but I think he's the Red Guard.
I take it you want something.
Welcome.
Well, what
Please
is it?
don't
Red
be
Guard
shy.
in a different
I
part of the
listen.
building?
You've got the better of me, so go ahead.
What's that, Outlander?
Tell me what you want.
Please, by all means, I'm listening.
How can I help you?
May each
You
day
ran
greet
into
you
Yondas
warmly, friend.
Kumshumo. Nasty man, but an important client. What did he want? Thanks for sticking your neck out and offering to help, but I'm afraid I don't quite have the authority to pay out that sum for Yontas. The one he's looking for. Go ask Quilmaro.
Please,
Hail
by all
and
means,
welcome.
I'm
Do you
listening.
have any news?
The Nine and the Empire, citizen.
Well, what have we here? Interesting.
You have the necessary skills, but I'm afraid you haven't put in the hours. Do a few assignments. I am trying. Leontis Kushumo is a valuable client of ours and absolutely in the right. He deserves his payment, and it is our fault he hasn't seen it yet. We don't quite have his gold on hand, but kindly tell Mashavi he's authorized to write Leontis a promissory note for 2,000 drakes. That's what he's owed, plus some more for the inconvenience. Indoril Ilvi, the Lord of Rodir, is not a rational actor. He cannot be negotiated with. He's an obstacle. His forefathers were somewhat more reasonable, but the business with the Hlalu on the Thair has driven Ilvi to effectively outlaw all free enterprise in his lands. To Ilvi, anything to do with commerce is Hlalu, and anything to do with Hlalu is treason. We just try to avoid him when we can. If by unfortunate happenstance you find yourself in Rodir anyway, talk to Rienya first. Duranya is Indoril Ilvi's steward. I know her to be reasonable, but she serves the Indoril. If you ever do business with her, do not try to bribe her, do not try to flatter her, do not try tricks or leading her by the nose to the Indoril. What one member of the company does reflects on all.
Nine good days to you, Sarah.
Sarah.
The gentleman grew impatient and left when Nundine was away. Mashavir would not worry about such things. Mashavir will give Yontis what is due when he returns. Just check in with Kano. Okay.
Hail and welcome.
What's
Do you
good
have
for the
any
Empire
news?
is good for business,
She ran into
citizens.
Yontis
skills are
Kushumo,
rusty.
nasty man,
Perhaps
but an
I can
important
help.
client. Hopefully he comes back with a cooler head. Don't worry, he's not your problem anymore. One of the seniors will handle him next time. Just take this, and here's another for the last job too. You really saved us with the Brericka report, and that deserves a lot more than just 5 drakes. Always give it a common shirt and common pants and freshly shined shoes. Okay. I have your next assignment ready when you want. Oh, and your uniform
That's
straight
one
from
ugly
the
outfit.
cleaners. Changing rooms downstairs. I am not changing my clothes. Fuck off. I need you to notify some clients about shipping delays. We've had some supply chain issues lately. I need you to go to town and tell Yagos Grogolak that his Indoril cloth's coming in late. Wherein Eulorius his soul gems, and Jalad his Lothlum. They won't be happy. We've set aside 2,000 drakes to cover their losses. Whatever's left in the end, you can keep half. See me when you're done. Oh, and this goes for all my jobs. Feel free to ask around the office for advice. I'm just a small fry, but Quilmaro and Meta are old hands.
Greetings. Do you need something, Outlander?
Okay, so we're looking for Anandre Nerman to find out. Oh, and I'm going to go to Photius Locutius to see if I can heal his willpower issue with a spell of willpower, but not a potion. Okay, so I made this a little while ago, the Restore Willpower Other.
What?
For your parents' kin, or does lack of wit run in your family? For you, perhaps both. What's the matter, Nitch? Have your tongue? Come back when you've learned to finish a thought. Okay, so maybe not. I need to get that potion. Don't really know how. Okay. I will have to figure that out. I don't know where to buy it. Okay, back to Anandre Nerman. Okay, this is asking me to pick the lock. You can never tell. Sometimes people don't like it when you pick the lock to their house. Sometimes they don't care. They care.
Leave now.
Excuse me, I was just thinking.
Wow. Okay. Why? Why? Okay. I still don't know why. So, that happened.
Yes.
Okay, I searched Hernandre's room in the Moth and Tiger and I found a guar. I bought a magic ring from Hernandre. Oh, I probably sold it. I don't keep those things in my inventory. Alright. This is the gentleman we asked to join the Mages Guild. And he sold me a ring for 50 gold.
My magics are the equal of any Telvanni, and my manners are better.
Lovely magic ring. Bildam Danaran. Oh, so you found my little experiment. I confess I was attempting to create a breakthrough in telepathy. Imagine, soldiers could communicate instantaneously with their commanders. Lovers would no longer have to be apart, and most importantly, customers from all over the world would not have to lift a finger to place an order with yours truly. I decided it was best to test it on an animal first. How was I supposed to get someone to agree to make such a mental connection with a guar by their own will? I can't imagine what the poor fellow must be going through to bear the stupid, simple thoughts of such a beast, but it was necessary for my research. Killing the guar would break the spell, of course. Bildam will be his old self without the animal dumbing him down all the time. Probably. Okay. I try not to kill guar. But in this case, I will kill guar.
I'm listening.
Hey, sweetheart. I'm gonna give you some yams. Give you a yam. And some alcohol. See if you fall asleep. Yam and some beer. Good last meal, right, honey? I'm gonna wait till they fall asleep. There you go. I'm sorry. People are bad. I'm sorry you had to have human thoughts. That's gross. Alright, let's see if he feels any better. I'm feeling
Hello
much
there.
better, thank you.
How are
Did you
you?
have something to do with it? Okay. I'm not really gonna tell him. I'm just gonna report back to the Mages Guild. Let them do what they're gonna do with it, because that's crazy. Alright. Mages Guild. I believe Arquebus gave us this quest upstairs.
If you care to talk, I would consider it a privilege. I'm all yours. Please go ahead.
Welcome.
Have you done anything about... Okay, the quest is not updated. So... Okay. Okay. I'm seeing to his discipline, don't worry about that. I don't know what to do about this.
If you care to talk, I would consider it a privilege.
Okay, I'm going to check back in with... No. I don't know how to finish the quest. Okay, I suppose I'll have to tell the guy what happened. So the reason why she usually doesn't tell the truth in things like this is that people end up dead. I know that would have happened. I looked it up after the fact. With Roz the horse, if you go ahead and tell the knight what happened to Roz, I think he goes on a rampage and kills everybody. So I try not to tell the horrible truth sometimes.
If I can be of any assistance, I'll be happy to help.
He did what to me? I suppose I should at least be thankful the animal wasn't in season. You're a mage, right? Take this amulet and get rid of it. Or hold on to it if you desire, just keep it far away from me. Inert amulet of telepathy has been added to your inventory. Okay.
I see I stand in good company. What can I do?
Okay, she's gone.
To what do I owe this pleasure?
Alright, now he will offer further duties. I haven't seen Astien Lafer in a couple of days. Honestly, I doubt anybody misses him, but it's my duty as a guild steward to take care of my apprentices. Go and find out where he is. are promising, you apprentice. I asked him to enchant an exquisite pair of shoes I had just bought, but when I put them on the next day, instead of going invisible, my feet started roasting like war meat. Really useful. Word to the wise, don't drink and enchant, conjurer. You'll probably find Astien Lathair in a bar somewhere. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna see if any of the alchemists here, I think they're both in the basement, have exclusive willpower potions. My bright idea of casting a spell on the guy did not work.
To what do I owe this pleasure?
While I'm here, I might as well buy a few gems.
The Outlander seeks answers.
Tidings and good wishes to you, friend.
Oh, she's like drunk forever. Okay. There is another alchemist in town, I believe. I just need to find them. But I'm not seeing any quest markers that would let me know that they actually had these things. Okay, doing a little bit of research. This is a very rare potion. I can't make it. It may be available in different places. Unfortunately, I'm not really seeing... I don't feel like this is worth a huge amount of research. I'm gonna see if I come across one, but I don't have any markers. Okay, I will try Unari's elixirs, but the guide said this place does not have one. But I'll try anyway. Otherwise, there are recommendations for random drops, random purchases in other parts of the continent, so it's one of those things that I might have to just try seeing
Oh,
if it's
interesting.
randomly
A tourist.
available. Is that it? No, I need exclusive restore willpower. Okay, you know what? If it's a random drop, I'm not going to be taking an hour and a half to. I just read a Reddit thread with someone trying to waste several hours of their life. So I'm going to thank them for forewarning me. I'm just going to hide this quest for now, because I might leave it up in case it shows up on tracking somewhere. Otherwise, Durrani registers and Cursing Like a Witch will remain at the bottom of my list so that the trackers are up, and if I come across them, I'll find them. So, Frostmoth Smugglers. I should speak with either Sicanus Lucius or Gaia Otoria to help me ferret out the smugglers. Captain Carias tells me that Sicanus Lucius is one of his brightest soldiers, and Gaia Otoria is one of his strongest. I'll be able to find Lucius in the general quarters and Otoria in the general quarters upper level. So this is back to Solstheim.
Say your business.
Captain Carius mentioned that you might come to speak with me. How may I assist you? Captain Carius mentioned that you might come to speak with me. How may I assist you? Ah, yes, this smuggling ring. Captain Carius mentioned something about that. I would be glad to help. Though I'm admittedly not the most handy with my blade, I believe I can help guide you through this conundrum.
I would like you to work with me.
Excellent. Gaia Artoria will have to perform the other tasks that Captain Carius had for me today, but no matter. Let us find these scoundrels. It is a difficult assignment, that is certain. However, some of us make the best of it. It will be better one day, under the leadership of Captain Carius. I suggest we speak with some of the soldiers here at the fort. A motley bunch, to be sure, but some of them are fair soldiers. I've developed quite a rapport with a few, in fact. Why don't we begin by speaking with Zeno Faustus? He's an interesting character. We'll find him in the armory.
Not again. Mothera.
What is it you want? I'm an officer of the Imperial Legion. Move along. I heard you're with Lucius, so I figure you must be okay. Listen up. I overheard some of the soldiers talking about a place, the Gandrung Caverns. That's a bit northeast of the fort. Something about weapons being stashed there. I didn't want to know more than that. Maybe you should check that place out. But if you find them, you'll have to kill them. Unless you can find some other arrangement.
Okay. Okay, here are the caverns. Just gonna go up on the battlements and then head over. Yeah, he can't levitate. Alright, let's see if we could head out. Just go down and get out. I don't want to get him killed.
What's this about?
So the dude does not understand stealth. And she's terrified she's going to get him killed too.
Let's see what you're made of.
Give in! Yes? Would you like to continue to travel together? I imagine it would be best with the task at hand. Captain Carius wishes for us to work together. Falco who? No, never heard of him. I am Sanus Lucius. What may I do for you? They are a mysterious bunch, but to be truthful, I know very little about them. Antonius Wocius, never heard of him.
Okay, so I can't ask about Mus Rosius, who we just killed, which, you know, that's a little weird, but okay. Wearing an Imperial uniform. Pretty much twins. I do not know why people put, like, the ability to ask someone about something in a game when they really don't know the answer.
I've trifled with you long enough.
Wow, okay, I got us both killed. Good job. Okay, time to pull out the Daedra guns. Okay, this is very confusing because the follower that I came in with is no longer with me. Okay. Still confusing. Let's hope it doesn't bug the quest. We'll find out. Okay, so yes, there was an attack here and then I kept going, so... Okay, that was 3 at once, so... Yep, silver staff of paralysis. Good thing I resist paralysis. Interesting. Thinks I'm still in combat. Okay. That's good. We'll find out if we're bugged when we get back to fort. All of the smugglers in the hideout have been defeated. I should report to Captain Carius. Okay. And it's giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 markers to get to him. Okay. This is why I marked in his office.
Have you found more information on the weapons being smuggled from the fort? There is some commotion outside. You'd better get out there and check on it. We'll speak later.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
What's this about?
The Frostmoth smugglers.
The fort. The creatures. It's horrible. And the captain, I haven't seen him. Find Artoria. She may know what to do.
Ah, okay. I see. I'll speak to Artoria. The name of the quest is The Disappearance of Captain Carius.
Ever consider joining the Legion?
Okay. Okay, it's sending me toward a copy of Progress of Truth, which makes me crazy because there's 18 entrances, and I'm just trying to find a person. Alright, let me see if it's in here.
Wait! Something here is amiss. The fort has been attacked while we were gone. We must find Captain Carius immediately.
Okay, now he's back in my party. Okay, he is in my group. I can't get him to leave. I don't know where the quest NPC is. I'm gonna try to go back to his office, but I'm betting he's not there. See if there's any information. Other than that, it's really just sending us to a copy of Progress of Truth, which I may have to steal just to get it off the map. It says he gives a quest, but he really doesn't. You just speak to him, and he says goodbye.
Say your word.
See if I can get someone else to speak to me.
Got any idea how these alembic thingies work?
Let's hear it.
I'm a busy guy, so if you could hurry this up.
Go ahead, stranger.
Hey.
Well, hello there. The fort. The creatures. It's horrible.
Find
and the captain, I haven't
Artoria.
seen him. Find Artoria. She may know what to do.
Okay. I need to find Artoria.
I'd be happy to talk. My pleasure. You've returned. The fact that you're not carrying a white Colovian fur helm leads me to believe that the moon sugar poisoner is still at large. Please hurry. If one more person is victimized by this scoundrel, it could mean my job. And that would make me most unhappy.
Okay. Let's see if I can find Artoria. She's supposed to be on the upper level. General quarters. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Carius' office and backtrack. Gaia Artoria. The woman we were supposed to find if we couldn't find this guy, but I found him first because he was closer. Okay. So these are his quarters. This should put me on the upper level. Nope, that's the curtain wall. Okay, I'm just taking Progress of Truth. it stops leading me to it. Oh, now that Carius is dead, all of his books are no longer... Oh, he can't be dead. Nothing here is theft. Okay. The marker now should lead us to a person and not a book. Maybe.
Ever consider joining the Legion?
He's gone. Those creatures took him during the battle. Someone has got to find the captain. There was an attack. Some kind of wolf creatures. I don't know exactly how it all happened. We were outmanned, but the soldiers fought valiantly, especially the captain. When it was over, he was gone. I didn't see him go down, so I assume he was alive. My guess is that those savages from the Nord village have something to do with this. You need to find him. They're a bunch of savages that live on the northeast tip of the island. The Skull, they call themselves. I'll mark their village on your map. A bunch of animal spirit-worshipping freaks. Wolves especially. What does that tell you? I'm sure they know what happened to the captain. Now you go find out. They're not likely to trust you, so take this. They'll like it. You should stay with them until you find out what's happened. Get in good with them. Earn their trust.
A skull of a skull warrior has been added to your inventory. Yeah, they're gonna like that. Okay, it's a long journey. Take these supplies. You should also try speaking to others around the fort to see what assistance they can offer to aid you. Let's start with Xenophastus in the armory and Jeline in the cult shrine. You could also try asking the East Empire Company if they can help. The local factor here is Carnius Magius. You can find him upstairs in the shrine.
All taken care of. My guess would have been werewolves. I've seen them before, but this was different. I've never known the things to travel in such large numbers, and there were a lot of these things. I've also never heard of werewolves on this island. Who knows, though? I've heard rumors that the Nords up north can control the beasts, though. Some say they can even turn into them. Whatever they were, I don't want to see them again.
Oh, I got this piece of bacon stuck right here between my teeth.
Okay. All right. He left my
Captain
group.
Carriers. This place will fall to shambles without him.
Yes, it does. It falls to shambles. I've seen it. All right. That's enough of that. We're gonna head back home. Read a few books.
Nonetheless, interviews with temple officials persuade me that the Dunmer of Morrowind are experienced and knowledgeable in the handling of these menaces. The violent antipathy of Morrowind culture toward necromancy ensures that vampires are virtually unknown. The violent antipathy of Morrowind culture toward necromancy ensures that vampires are virtually unknown in Morrowind. The Temple does not acknowledge the existence of Western vampire hunting orders. Nonetheless, interviews with Temple officials persuade me that the Dunmer of Morrowind are experienced and knowledgeable in the handling of these menaces. On the other hand, they freely admit that even a large community of vampires might easily escape detection in the remote wastelands or in the subterranean labyrinths of abandoned strongholds and wizard towers. The Ash Vampire of Ashlander's legend is not undead. Sorceries and blessings affecting the undead reportedly have no effect on these creatures. No specimen has ever been examined, and no references have ever linked these legends with the known clans of Tamrielic vampires. Vardenfell's 3 known bloodlines differ greatly in their approach to prey. The Quara bloodline features exceptional strength and endurance, and attacks in a state of ecstatic frenzy. Onde vampires are potent spellcasters, seeking to hypnotize victims before feeding, while the swift and agile clan Burn vampires prefer stealth and ambush, first poisoning the victim with a bite, then withdrawing to a safe distance, returning to feed only when the prey has weakened. It is supposed that vampirism is contracted from wounds received from a vampire. Since few victims survive vampiric attacks or feedings, the process of contracting the disease is little understood. Some have suggested that victims may willingly submit themselves to the will of a vampire, but no real evidence of this exists. During the incubation phase, lasting up to 72 hours, the vampirism disease exhibits no symptoms and may be cured by general spellcraft or cult blessings. However, during incubation, some victims have reported sleep disturbances and troubling dreams. After symptoms are exhibited, however, the disease is incurable and irreversible. In the West, a shadowy fraternity of vampire hunters is believed to be primarily composed of formerly afflicted vampires who have been cured of the disease. According to legend, the vampire hunters refuse to reveal the cure to the disease for fear that it may encourage depraved thrill-seekers from deliberately infecting themselves. In the East, the Western tradition of vampire hunters is unknown. Vampirism is known to be incurable, and even if it were curable, a cured vampire would be an abomination to be destroyed. Since the disease is infallibly cured if treated within 3 days, failure to treat oneself after an encounter with a vampire would be considered a deliberate attempt to contract the disease and a mark of monstrous depravity. In temple doctrine, one ancient tradition holds that, among his many other crimes, Molag Bal, the father of monsters, spawned the first vampire upon the corpse of a defeated foe. Several different versions of this story exist, with the foe variously identified as a Daedra lord, a temple saint, or a powerful beast creature. This account of the origin of vampirism is peculiar to Morrowind, appearing nowhere else in imperial lore. Unfortunately, scholarly inquiry upon this topic is discouraged by the Temple, which controls access to the only substantial collection of historical and cultural records in Morrowind. Though the Dunmer believe the disease is incurable, a buoyant armiger of former years named Galur Rithari insisted that he was cured of vampirism. Initially imprisoned by the Temple for heresy, he later recanted, was released, and served his final years as a librarian in the Hall of Wisdom in Vivec City. It is interesting that previous to his imprisonment for heresy, Rithari had been posted to the buoyant armiger garrison at Bal-Ur, a pilgrimage site known as the birthplace of Molag Bal.
A Pearl Betwixt Empires, Volume 1. Part 1 of a description of the Isles of Karthwasten. It has been well over a century since the Imperial Geographic Society has last conducted a survey of the citizens of the island of Karthwasten. Initial surveys took place during and shortly after Emperor Uriel Septim Verth added the realm to our empire during his ill-fated expedition to Akavir. The chaos of this time obviously prioritized military matters, which meant scholars could ill afford to better understand the cultural customs of this fascinating land. What work they produced has provided us with tantalizing enigmas, but not, alas, clear answers. Though our empire continues to seek to bring all Neon and beyond under its beneficent rule, our current sovereign, Uriel Septim VII, has wisely chosen this to be a period of consolidation rather than expansion. Thus, it is the perfect time in which to better understand the myriad cultures of which our empire is comprised, particularly those that are often overlooked. As an independent scholar, I chose to undertake a voyage to Karthwasten in 3E419 in order to learn more about this distant territory, the flotilla, cities of the Chimeri Key. Much has been made of Karthwasten being an example of man and mer living in peace. It strikes me as peculiar that any citizen would cite this as remarkable. Is not our own empire an example of the same? Regardless, Karthwasten has long hosted coexisting cultures, the Chimeri Kui and the Keptu Kui. Older documents refer to them as the men of Keptu Kui. It is by fortuitous happenstance that my vessel, a Karak whose Nord captain traded furs for wasabi, crossed paths with one of the legendary flotilla cities of the Chimeri Kui. My first impression was surprise that such an ungainly assemblage of wood and tarp, of barnacle and iron, could even stay afloat, much less survive on the open waters of the Patamaic. The flotilla city I saw, whose name translates roughly as shining net spread across the waves, is in fact a marvel of self-sufficiency. Let me explain. A typical flotilla city consists of anywhere between 20 and 40 vessels. There will be 4 or 5 core vessels of enormous size, larger even than Imperial Galleon, though much slower. The core vessels are of ancient construction. Indeed, much of the wood has rotted away, the hulls held together by a framework of shells and jagged barnacles that give these ships the appearance of mountains moving upon water. The crustaceans living amongst the fossilized hulls have a mutualistic relationship with the crew and have been known to aid in the defense of the core vessels during emergencies. The core vessels are connected by networks of planks and bridges, so that, from a distance, they almost appear to be one. Reflecting the egalitarian tendencies seen in Karthwasten as a whole, the core vessels are open to all. Provisions are stored in the immense holds and traded to other Chimeri Kui in exchange for goods or labor. Though imperial drakes are accepted, they are somewhat unusual. I do not think that the tradesman from whom I purchased a delicious mahi-mahi was especially pleased that I chose this method of payment. More remarkable still are the long nets of kelp and other vegetable materials that sprawl across the flotilla city. These slimy and glistening strands connect the core vessels to the smaller ships and act as mobile farms. Many Chimeri Kui work on the kelp nets, plucking nutritious leaves with which to garnish their dinners. Thicker strands act as walkways so that crew from one ship can cross over to another. Water remains a difficult issue for the flotilla cities. Smaller sea plants, symbiotic to the kelp nets, have been bred to absorb and desalinate water, much like the sadrith mushrooms favored by the Telvanni. The ships themselves are designed to collect as much rainwater as possible, with even the sails cleverly designed to funnel liquid to waiting barrels. Chimeri Key engineering ensures that there is enough water to get by, but the ever-present threat of shortage means that strict population control measures are required. As many as 24 smaller ships make up the outer vessels. The outer vessels are notable for their heterogeneity. Some are fishing ships with strong sails and immense hulls, who will detach from the city in order to harvest from teeming waters. Others are carefully insulated forge ships that specialize in light manufacturing. Swift traders may go to distant shores for unusual goods. There are also small warships of good quality. While the core vessels have allegedly stayed afloat for centuries or millennia, the outer vessels are essentially normal seagoing ships. The Chimeriqui have incorporated ships from a wide variety of cultures into their flotilla cities, so one may see Nord longships, Akaviri junks, and others. I was assured that all ships are obtained by legal purchase. The idea that the Chimeriqui might seize ships and kill the crews is understandably offensive to them. Shining Net, spread across the waves, has 15 outer vessels. Though a 16th had recently been lost in a storm, its sinking with all hands still mourned by the city at the time of my visit. Outer vessels may detach from the flotilla city for months at a time. It's not unheard of for ships from one flotilla city to dock at the kelp nets of another and eventually become part of the new host. The precise calculations that isolated outer vessels use to find flotilla cities appear to be a closely guarded secret. The concept of the flotilla city should be of keen interest to the Imperial Navy. Lengthy supply lines strain any invasion effort of the lands beyond Tamriel, but think of what our legions could do when supported by self-sufficient fleets. Finally, there is the Shore Khan's ship. In truth, it is little more than a glorified scouting vessel that always sails a few days ahead of the flotilla city, using messenger pigeons to relay news to the main body. It is considered a dangerous assignment and a burden of leadership. Saint Thingol Ainch, Veloth at Sea, the Chimeriqui. The descendants of the ancient Chima look much like the modern Altmer, though smaller of frame and rougher of demeanor. While the Altmer praise luxury, the Chima embrace hardship and danger. A settled life is anathema to these doughty mariners, and they pity those who spend their lives on land. It is unfortunately difficult to get clear answers about the history of the Chimeriqui. Responses are often evasive. One I frequently heard was that, who is to say, these days, so long after the departure, accompanied with a slightly embarrassed smile. Regardless, Saint Veloth is still venerated, his visage reproduced on hull and sail. Though I cannot be completely sure about this, my understanding is that the Chimeriqui think that the best way to honor Saint Veloth's virtues is to maintain a nomadic existence. Sedentary life leads to decadence and stagnation, as they believe has happened with both the Altmer and the Dunmer. One wonders what they think of the more rugged Bosmer. The open sea, perhaps, provided a better option for nomadism than could Riesdane. Here, there are no Nordic barbarians or Dwemer automata, simply the endless seas, harsh and cruel, but not without succor for those who know its secrets. Shrines to the so-called Good Daedra can be found throughout the flotilla city. Each ship has at least one, typically an icon of brass and semi-precious stones that honors Mephala, Boethia, and Azura. More attention seems to be given to Azura, but again, it is difficult to be sure, given the reticence the Chimeriqui show when it comes to religious matters. The fundamental unit of Chimeriqui society is the crew, which consists of several interrelated families. Upon reaching adulthood, a Chimeriqui will receive a tattoo on the sole of the right foot, the design unique to their ship. This way, they will always walk the deck of their home, no matter where they go. Marriage always occurs between Chimeriqui of two different ships. The husband moves to the wife's ship and becomes a part of her family. Though the father is the head of the family in domestic issues, the role of ship captain typically goes to a mother. She will determine who among the crew is sent to the Wave Council and delegate responsibilities for the maintenance and running of the vessel. As mentioned, resources are always scarce. If the population grows too large, Chimeri Key will depart for other flotilla cities, or as crewmen on non-Chimeri Key ships. The latter choice is considered a hardship, and many sad ballads are sung about Chimeri Qui who had no choice but to make their way among strange crews. Yet not all Chimeri Qui find the experience disagreeable. I met one, initially from a different flotilla city, who spoke of his days serving in the Imperial Legion and proudly showed me his papers of honorable discharge. Another had made a tidy fortune doing something or other. She refused to elaborate, though seemed pleased with whatever it was she'd done in solitude. Decisions for a flotilla city are made by the Wave Council, a collection of elected representatives who meet on board of the core vessels. Each outer vessel gets one representative, while a core vessel receives two. Meetings occur once a month. The most important responsibility of the Wave Council is to determine what materials the flotilla city needs. For instance, should more food be required, they will determine that one of the outer vessels devoted to fishing will go out on an expedition. Officially, a 2/3 majority is required for any decision, but it is rare, suspiciously so, for the Wave Council to not have a unanimous consensus. The Shore Khan is a nominal leader elected by the Wave Council. They will be the face of the flotilla city to the outside world. In all cases, the Shore Khan is chosen from the crew of a core vessel, as outer vessels cannot necessarily spare anyone for the purpose. Though great honors are given to the Shore Khan, their job is a bleak and dangerous one. By custom, no one may hold the position for longer than 10 years, by which point they gratefully return to the fold. Former Shore Khans enjoy great esteem among their crews. The insular nature of the Chimeri Key means they are not well integrated into large imperial society. Yet this may be beginning to change. Traders from Tamriel are no longer so rare in the Padomaic Ocean, and Chimeri Key merchantmen now dock at ports throughout the Empire. Indeed, Chimeri Key have begun exploring the empire of which they are a part. Doubtlessly, a few have been mistaken for tattooed Altmer. Their steadfastness and nautical skill make them assets as citizens, and I predict they will only grow in importance as Uriel Septim VII and his successor, whoever that may be, extends the Empire's